Kawasaki's Joey Savacci sits atop the point standings after 4 of 12 rounds in the 250 championship.
Joey Savacci wins at High Point.
The California native is looking to give his pro circuit team their first class championship since Blake Baggett's title in 2012. The quest for the championship continues in Tennessee. 250 Moto 2 is coming up.
Ready for the grand finale of what has been a great weekend of racing in the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship, the Red Bull Tennessee National, sanctioned by AMA Pro Racing. Grant Langston and Jason Wygant here in the booth. We'll have Georgia Lindsay joining us down in the starting line and pit areas for this final 250 Moto of the day. First Moto of this class, well, plot thickens in this championship chase, and we'll give you the highlights. This is just over an hour ago here at Muddy Creek. You won't even see Joey Savacci for long. He's going to get to the inside, try to challenge his teammate Adam Cincerillo. Savacci in the 37. Thought that Savacci might just pull away, but Cincerillo, his young teammate, coming back from some injuries on the 44, pretty racy. They're going to pull back away from Savacci.
Yes, Cincerillo looked good at the beginning of the moto, but then a simple little tip over here. He's done this a few times this year. Got to be frustrating for the young, talented phenom. Losing a bunch of time there.
So then the 39 of Jordan Smith has the lead, but now Savacci comes back. He's kind of cruising through the first couple of minutes, but once he got going, he was hard to stop, and he makes the pass on the 39 of Smith to take over the lead, and there was no stopping him from there. Cooper Webb would get the second, but could not make up any ground on Savacci, who is off to another Moto win. That is 5 this year in 9 Motos that we've raced. We mentioned Webb finishing second, Zach Osborne in third. We'll combine these results with the overall, or with the second Moto results coming up to determine our overall. So Webb and Osborne still have a shot at it if they can beat Savacci here in Moto number 2. Good run by Jordan Smith and Shane McElrath to hold off champ Jeremy Martin, who was a disappointing 6th in that one. We're going to analyze this track with our Lit Pro analysis. This is a GPS unit on the rider's helmets that gives us some speed and other angles from the track.
This is a pretty cool comparison between Joey Savacci and Zach Osborne. Look at their line differences. Choosing a lot of different lines, inside as opposed to outside. But what was interesting is Osborne is carrying quite a bit more momentum while taking, basically the longer way around the track. 0.2 behind. So interesting to see how these guys use the different lines and basically using the whole track up into the start straight. Now this is side by side. Look at that. Osborne 80 feet longer through that section, or that half of the track.
And losing half a second in just that part of the track alone, that's a massive difference. So they're all trying to figure out how to solve this. Joey Savacci starting to take control of this championship. All the Yamaha boys, Osborne and the Husqvarna, they got to figure out a way to answer this guy. Moto 2 coming your way.
One week after his most successful day of his motocross career, Husqvarna star Zach Osborne races on a track just 30 minutes from his family home in Virginia.
Zach Osborne wins his first ever moto in Lucas Oil Pro Motocross.
North Carolina's Cooper Webb made his mark in the amateur class racing here at Muddy Creek.
Cooper Webb takes his first career victory here at Muddy Creek.
Can either of these men who call this track home grab a win when the gate drops on 250 Moto 2? Find out when our live coverage of the Lucas Oil.
Back here at Muddy Creek, let's check in with the riders who have grown up at this track, doing quite well so far today. Georgia Lindsay at the GoPro starting gate.
Shane McElrath back at Muddy Creek now. 2005, 6, 7, Super Mini 65, 85 champion in the Mega Series. How does it feel being back here at Muddy Creek? And also, I know you've got a lot of fans here this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, this is the track I grew up racing and spent a lot of laps here, but it's been since last year here that I've came, and that was the first time I rode this track layout, so I've been missing out quite a bit, but it feels good to be back here, back in the humidity. All my family's here, and just to see familiar faces again, it's nice.
Alrighty, well, best of luck in the second moto. He was 5th in the first moto. Thank you.
Tickets for a tour, Grant. Kawasaki track map.
Yeah, your big triple step up. The bomber, as they call it. Make that sharp left. Then you kind of drop down to this tight little right, off camera, kind of tricky corner. Then back on the throttle down. This fast sort of boulevard in front of the fans. Then this corner, really tricky as well. In fact, most of these corners are tricky. You get back to the back part of the track, a lot of right, left switchbacks.
There's that bomber triple in real time, real life.
Yeah.
Okay, so one rider we're missing today is Jesse Nelson. Unfortunately, had a knee injury that took him out of action, and he had a pretty good season going with the help of his team and their new team trainer, Tyler Rattray. Let's give you a preview of our Red Bull MX Nation series, which you can watch at Red Bull TV and get inside the life of Jesse Nelson.
My parents never pushed me to really do anything. They'd be like, hey, you know, if we're gonna do this, try to take it serious. Okay, you got it. Go mountain biking, go fishing, see you guys. I just never had that like structure, I guess. Now it's like, you're gonna be here at 8 a.m. and that's how it's gonna be.
I think Martin's gonna start a moto, hop in behind him and go with him. Then you can see where he's going. That's a guy that needs to be beat in the summer.
Tyler had me go out and get behind Jeremy Martin, the reigning champion for the last 2 years. I feel bad when I get behind him like that, because if I was in his shoes, I'd be like, God, who is this behind me? Like, why is he doing this? My lap times dropped quite a bit. Just little things like that Tyler's been helping me out with.
See, his sprint depth was a 46.7. You were clicking those off in your moto. 46.9, 47.1, 46.8, 46.5. Good job, dude. That was the best I've ever seen you ride.
No one gets you inside the lives of these riders like Troy Adamitis and his crew with MX Nation, so check that out at Red Bull TV. All right, keys to the moto, Grant.
Well, we've seen it. The start is very critical at this track, so everyone wants to get a great start. Trust me, bike setup. We saw the track changing from practice to second practice to the first moto. Now we're in Moto 2. Have they made the right adjustments with the changing tracks and recovery? Have they had a chance to get in some fluids, get some food in, and be recovered for the second moto? It is hot. You can see the mechanics doing whatever they can, shaking the umbrellas up and down, trying to create like a fan, basically, whatever they can do to keep these guys cool and calm.
So Joey Savacci wins Moto 1. Cooper Webb was saying this was the one, a track that he grew up on. He wants to win the overall. He was second. He's got to try to beat Savacci here to make it happen. Fly Racing 30-second card is up. Webb was buried off the start. Really, all of the Yamaha Star Racing Yamaha riders were in the first moto.
It hurt them all.
So they've got to figure out a way to get it done. This time it was two Kawasaki's with Adam Cincerillo and Joey Savacci battling first and second off the gate in the first moto. What will happen here in Moto 2? This 250 class has proven just when you think you know the answers, they change the questions. Let's go racing. Well, not that much different. Another good start for Cincerillo and Savacci, but this time it's Shane McElrath making the home track fans come to life. He's got them both beat on that GoPro. Troy Lee Designs KTM. Oh, but he goes wide. Hey, where did Alex Martin come from? I did not even see him, and he's in the lead.
He just went to the inside, really committed to that inside right. And Alex Martin, I hate using this terminology all the time, but it feels like he's just really angry with the way things have been going the last few weeks. Mechanical last week. Bad start first moto, tips it over, cannot restart the bike, comes out with a great start. Well, a good start.
Oh, big Webb. It's down with Davalos. Who is that?
Plessinger.
Plessinger. Two motos in a row. It happened in the first moto as well. And Davalos is walking off.
Yeah, that looks like he's done for the day. I was going to say, I think he might be actually walking to go get his bike.
I didn't get that far away. It's downhill. Okay, so Plessinger, man, he's had better days at the races for sure. Two crashes early in the motos. Alex Martin leading. Davalos got the bike back. Good job, Martin. He found it.
Yeah, it was in a different county, I think.
They don't have keys to the ignition of these things. Luckily, one of the fans didn't get a hold of it. Savacci's still solid in third. An outside line for Cianciarulo. That didn't work. And he got zapped. Jordan Smith, fourth in the first moto, taking over fourth here. Oh, McElrath has retaken it from Martin.
Well, with his family and friends out here, Shane McElrath looked good in qualifying and practice. Great first moto, but Martin's not done. Up the inside. Ooh. Slams the door, but has to run a little bit wide. Does McElrath. Now they side by side again, but on the inside, Martin. Oh! That was too close for comfort, trust me. Thank goodness Alex Martin realized he might get landed on by McElrath and tucked that elbow in and moved the bike out of the way. Woo! These guys going for it.
So McElrath, as Georgia mentioned, fifth in Moto 1. That was good, but he is riding with the power of these fans behind him now. You can hear the air horns going, the towels being waved to the fences. North Carolina native. This is his local track. Alex Martin going back to work on him, though.
Yeah, Shane McElrath, someone not used to running up front at the pro level at this point, but like we said, he looked good, he feels good. Actually had a chance to chat with his dad, Max, a little bit earlier. He said they were so excited to be here to see their boy race, especially on a day like today where they felt like everything just seemed like it was going their way. Oh, we see Amart getting a little hooked in that rut, almost rebounded. Oh, and once again, we're getting that time of the day now where these ruts are not very, what's the word I'm looking for, very courteous towards the riders. They got hooks in them, they got little holes, they got chuck holes that sometimes you can't see because of the shadows. That's the other thing with shadows. Some of these ruts are completely shadowed and you don't really know what's in there.
McElrath, best moto finish before today was a 7th, and he got 5th in that first moto. Savacci launching like a rocket off the face of that jump and getting right to the rear tire of Alex Martin.
Well, besides Alex Martin, it's working out for Savacci as far as trying to extend his points lead because everyone that he needs to beat is behind him.
Whoa.
Oh, that coming out of that corner has been really upsetting these guys' motorcycles, and they keep trying to find alternative lines. But we still see no matter where they go, another hole develops.
Savacci was under fire, by the way, from the Geico Honda, Jordan Smith, riding very well today, fourth in the first moto. Smith's issue has always been putting two motos together in the same day, so he would love to be consistent like this. There you see him with red fenders. Then behind him is Cianciarulo, Tonis, Webb is 7th, Faulkner, Hampshire, and Luke Clout, the young Australian on the Dirt Candy Suzuki, rounds out the top 10. A couple of close calls for a bunch of riders here. Amart and McElrath almost landed on each other. Savacci almost pitched it away on the exit to one of those corners. So it has settled down for just a moment, but I don't think that's going to last.
Yeah, just everyone catching their breath real quick. As you can see, no one's really breathing down anyone's neck at the moment. Slightly spread out a little bit. But like you said, Jason, with Jordan Smith, the kid's got the speed, the talent, and he's been fast and had a moto, but when you go and look at the overall results, it hasn't really reflected what he's capable of. Is this the time for him to put two solid motors together and potentially be on the podium? If things were to end the way they are right now, he would be on the podium.
He would just edge out Webb. They'd be tied on points, but got a long way to go in this one. Only 5 minutes into a 30-minute and 2-lap moto. Live motocross here on NBCSN. Here's Adamson. Oh, Savacci! Your points leader is down, and that's what we talk about in this class. Just when you think you've got things figured out, it all changes. So now he's the one making the mistake, and his championship rivals are going to be the ones trying to take advantage.
Well, they need to. Alex Martin, DNF last week with a mechanical. Barely scored any points first moto. He needs points, and he needs them bad.
I don't want to throw the hex down on anybody or jinx it, but if it were to end like this, Shane McElrath would be your overall winner today with a 5th and a 1st, because Savacci, your first moto winner, is now 8th. So anything can happen in the 250 class, and we are finding out somehow even more than all of the anythings we expected could potentially happen. This would be massive for that Troy Lee Designs KTM team, which has really struggled with injuries this year. It's their first campaign as the full factory KTM team. Be a big boost for them. We go back to the Kawasaki riders running information. Tonis in the 66, the 214 of Faulkner, and Savacci as they race past that Fram Mechanics area. This is where Savacci is going to have to rely on the fitness. They put in so much work down at Ricky Carmichael's farm in Florida. Well, he's going to need to be strong late in this moto. Every point is going to count for the title, and really to try to preserve today's overall win. On July 16th, freestyle, motocross, skate, and BMX athletes from around the globe will push themselves and action sports competition to a whole new level. It's the Nitro World Games, live in prime time, Saturday, July 16th on NBC. All from the mind of Travis Pastrana, former champion of this very class that we're watching right now. It was a 125 series back then. Now we're on 254 strokes. What a shakeup so far. If we ended the race now and combine the results from this race and our first moto earlier, you see Shane McElrath, who's leading the way, the number 30, would win the overall, his first career overall win. Up until now, his best overall finish ever in one of these races is a 6th. That is his career high, and he's looking to get his first podium with a victory, but long way to go. Only 10 minutes into this race. What is with the clock today? I feel like we've had 30 minutes of racing action already, and we're only 10 minutes in.
We've had everything compressed into 10 minutes that we can handle.
Yes.
But if we look at the overall point standing right now, Savacci's made a couple passes on his teammates, Tonis and Faulkner, but now Faulkner's got it back. But either way, with that, it actually puts Savacci and McElrath tied for the lead. And here's the battle we're talking about amongst the teammates. The 214, Faulkner behind him, the points leader, the red background, Joey Savacci trying to do damage control right now and still hope to walk away with the overall victory.
Well, here's what happened. Adam Cianciarulo went down again while we were at commercial break. That moved Savacci up one spot. Then he passed his teammate Tonis. If he can get Faulkner, there he is on the 214 right now. If Savacci can get Faulkner, he will be back into the overall lead. He and McElrath are actually tied right now. Second moto is the tiebreaker, so McElrath has it. Savacci's going to work on his young rookie teammate.
Faulkner, another one of these young kids that kind of has been sneaking under the radar just a little bit, but we keep seeing the 214. I think one of these days when he gets a start, he's going to pull the trigger. Georgia, what do you got on us with Faulkner?
Yes, Austin Faulkner, you know, at Glen Helen, he got on top of the podium for one of the motos, and he said, before that, I didn't have too much pressure. After getting that podium, however, it really makes you feel like you have pressure because they know you can do it and you have to do it again. But he's been training hard in the heat. He is a rookie, which we still need to remember, but he's had quite a few falls on the on and off lap, which had lost him time, but he's still riding really great.
Yeah, absolutely, and actually pulling away a little bit, Georgia, now from Savacci, who's all over him. Now it's back to about 10 bike lengths. Up in front of them would be Jordan Smith in third. Alex Martin is second. And McElrath's lead is back up to 2.5 seconds. So every time Alex Martin puts in a charge on McElrath, McElrath responds. Now, does McElrath, you think of any idea how this overall is playing out?
You know what's funny? I was just literally thinking the same thing because his mechanic doesn't write an essay on the board. Hey, you need to stay ahead of Martin because the other guy's coming in.
Savacci down the inside.
Faulkner gets pushed wide.
Into the pits is Gannon on deck. Savacci has just made a pass on Faulkner. Can he get it to stick? Faulkner's going to try to get him back. They race through the Fran Mechanics area. All right, so for the moment, this pass is going to be enough. Oh, wait, no, Faulkner's not done. Showing the wheel to his teammate, coming back.
Oh, what great racing. Mitch Payton's probably got his heart in his throat right now going, please, boys, don't take each other out.
Yeah, Savacci's the points leader. Savacci finally seals the deal. So for the moment, this will put Savacci back in the overall lead. No, Faulkner's not giving up.
Faulkner, I love seeing the enthusiasm from these young kids that come up not intimidated by the points leader or teammate. Probably actually feels very comfortable riding next to him because, well, let's be honest, they've probably done it many a time through testing and training. So a lot of times for these youngsters like Faulkner, it's like, hey, I don't mind rubbing elbows with the guy who's leading the points because, well, guess what? We've done it during the week for months.
And just because Savacci's back in the overall lead right now, it's not over because Cooper Webb, who would love to beat Savacci, is creeping into the picture. He could change the order again. Now, we mentioned McElrath's situation. What are you seeing on the pit boards down in the Fran Mechanics area, Georgia?
Yes, just looking at the mechanics area and the pit board, Joel, his mechanic, has written, it's just another day. I think that's the thing, is to really relax, don't push for it, do what you do best, do what you do during the week, and right now he's just written 3. Too hyped up about what is going on.
Easy for the mechanic to say.
Yeah.
Oh, Savacci's down.
All right, we saw something happen on that jump.
He hooked the frame.
Yeah, and your heart was in your throat like Mitch Payton's. What happened?
Basically, it looked like the frame hooked the jump, and then I didn't quite see what ended the deal there, but he's down. He's He's struggling this moto.
He just got passed by Jeremy Martin. That's going to push him outside the top 10. So Joey, just as quickly as he had the overall back in control, now he's gone way back. This 250 class, I know I've been saying it over and over, very unpredictable. We'll try to take you through it.
Let's see if we can see on this jump. Watch. That's why you can tell how deep these ruts are getting.
No, it was actually the corner after that where he ended up going down. The corner after those jumps is the left-hander. So he hooked the frame, and that might have put, and now, that's Hampshire. I thought it was Jordan Smith. So riders getting sideways all over this track. Let's give it a lap here. We'll try to reset how this affects the points and the overall. That's dust, not smoke, because of Fireball Hampshire being off the track. There's Savacci.
It's hot out here, so off the track, it is dusty.
So Savacci we now have listed in 9th place after Hampshire made the bobble. That gains 1 position and 1 point for him. There's Hampshire in 31. No, Hampshire's still ahead of him. So it was a battle of whose mistake was worse, and Savacci got the bad end of it. So it's 8th for Hampshire, 9th for Savacci, and Marshall Welton, the privateer, are doing well right now. He's to be the next in order inside the top 10. And through it all, with Savacci having multiple problems in this moto, Shane McElrath, as you see the overall up ahead, has got a shot at it for the first time in his career. Back at the Red Bull Tennessee National, a dream ride for Shane McElrath, who grew up racing here at this track in Muddy Creek. A solid 5th place in Moto 1. That was his best result of the season. But he has put it all together here in Moto 2 to lead it. And if we total up the results from both motos, he would be the overall winner. Jordan Smith, who is running 3rd in this moto, would be 2nd overall. But there is a spoiler. Alex Martin, you see the blue Yamaha in 2nd, 19th in Moto 1 after a crash. He has no chance at the overall win, but if he passes McElrath and Jordan Smith will be tied for the overall.
And Webb.
Yeah,
right
Webb,
now.
Yeah. Now, McElrath would still have it because the tiebreaker is the better 2nd moto finish, but Smith and Webb aren't too far back, so it is absolutely hanging in the balance and up in the air at the same time. As we go to our halfway point of the moto, we'll remind you that in 15 minutes, you can save 15% or more on your insurance with Geico. Every time Alex Martin has put in a charge, McElrath has been able to respond. That's happened 3 times already. Can he pull away for a 4th time, or is this the time where Alex finally gets to him?
I honestly don't know, Jason. I'm stumped myself because we've got a youngster up front. We've got a guy who's not quite the happiest person out there based on the last 2 weeks. He's had issues, and then the first moto, we said, yeah, he went down, but he could not get the bike started. Now, I think that really, hurt him. Points-wise, you can see the frustration in his eye. So he's coming back here going, hey, I'm not in it for the overall, but I'm going to go out and win and just let everyone know that I'm here for real.
Yeah, this would be great revenge because, honestly, Alex, as fast as he has been, believe it or not, has not won a moto this year. It's like every way you could end up losing one of these has happened. Amart moved up 17 spots. That's right off the start, basically. And remember, he sprinted into the lead almost immediately.
See the mechanic pit board there from McElrath says sprint 3 laps. Basically, I think what he's getting is if you could sprint for 3 laps, there's only going to be maybe 3 laps left, in which case you could tone it down and maintain that. Faulkner, another great ride. This kid just gets better and better each and every week.
Yeah, he's hanging tough. In fact, closing in on Jordan Smith to try to get on the podium in this moto for 3rd.
And he'll rechange the podium once again.
Yeah, I tell you what, we put extra emphasis on the overall this week because this 250 class has been so crazy with it. And all this math that we're trying to do is making it tough on us, tough on the riders, tough on the teams, tough on the mechanics. I think the riders at this point don't even know where they are. They're just going as fast as they can.
For it,
yeah, just figure out the math later on. So Jordan Smith out of North Carolina, 4th in Moto 1, had a 2nd in a moto earlier in the year. But this is a breakthrough day for Jordan. To have 2 solid motos in the same day, it has been the same story for this guy all last year, all this year. Just when he has that one good ride, something happens in the next moto to mess it up. Lot better this time as he hits that bomber triple jump. McElrath, 2 seconds over Martin, has actually held him off again. Jordan Smith, you see him over Fortner here. Cooper Webb up to 5th. Jeremy Martin 6th. It's a GoPro track preview. This is from earlier, first moto to start from Adam Cincerillo.
Yeah, it looks good. Another one of these great starts. Runs a little bit wide. You'll probably see Savacci off to the left-hand side. coming down the hill. Look how close that is. Almost rubbing elbows. Probably doing about 50 miles an hour off that off-camber downhill.
That was enough to hold on to the lead early in that one, but a couple of crashes have set him back. Big battle with huge repercussions here late at Muddy Creek. Cooper Webb got around Austin Faulkner, and he and Jordan Smith are hooked up in a big duel. For the moment now, Webb has passed Smith. Smith actually got him back. Webb repassed him. That moves Webb into third place, but even larger. Webb now, with a second and a third on the day, has gone past Shane McElrath in the overall point standings, which would give him the weekend's victory. He'll have 1 point over McElrath, and Webb told us on the podium last week, yeah, he was top 3. He wasn't happy. He wants to win these races, and he said, Muddy Creek, yeah, that's the one. That's the track I grew up riding on. And this could be exactly what he said was going to happen. He wanted to win it, and he's in position to do it right now.
It might not turn out the way he was planning on winning it. He probably thought, hey, 1-1, keep it simple. But he's fought for this one, Jason. He's had to come through the pack, both motos. So I think at the end of the day, he'll look at this and go, I earned that one. Yes, I need to work on my starts, but perseverance paid off.
Yeah, Webb never the best starter out there, and he did mention after the race last week that all these battles that he has had with his teammates, he admits that they're usually better starters than him, and he has to come through, and that has led to some drama from time to time. As at one point, we really thought the title could come down to 3 or 4 star racing teammates against each other, but now that you have Joey Savacci catching fire this season, they're all going to have to work together to catch that Kawasaki man in the points. And today, Webb's going to make up about 5 on Savacci. Alex Martin not giving up. This is the 5th time he's made a run at McElrath for the Moto win.
Alex Martin's not going to go anywhere. He's not going to roll over. This is all about pride. This is all about points. He's got a lot of determination. Both him and his brother. That first moto was a bit of a heartbreak. Losing the front end, not being able to get that Yamaha fired up when it was hot. And that's the thing, when these 4-strokes get hot, it's really hard to get them started.
Amar digging deep. As for McElrath, this guy was a relative unknown up until only a few years ago. He mentioned he had a dad actually helping him in a race team he worked with. We'll tell that story when we come back. His dad said, my son's good, you check him out. Well, Troy Lee Design snapped him up. He's riding very well today. Battles all over the track here at Muddy Creek. Cooper Webb now in control of the overall win by 1 point over Shane McElrath. Just behind Webb on the track is this battle. Jordan Smith on that red Geico Honda 39 and the 214 of Austin Faulkner. Second-year pro Smith, first-year pro Faulkner. So 2 kids duking it out here for 4th and 5th. And Jeremy Martin, your 2-time and defending champ, is slowly starting to close on them. You can see his blue Yamaha back there. He would love to get both these guys for the series points. He needs them.
Yeah, he needs the points. Defending champ, needing every single point possible. But these 2 kids in front of him, they don't really care what his agenda is. No. They're getting stronger week by week, putting together solid motos. Good fitness, good race pace. Look at Faulkner up the inside. Ooh, gets it done.
So, stood him up, though. That's going to slow the both up because here comes Jeremy.
You don't want to start getting into a stuffing contest where you hold each other up, because the number one of J-Mart, he will just come by in a hurry if he gets any opportunity.
A beautiful line by J-Mart all the way on the right side by that Fran Mechanics area. No bumps there at all. Almost made the pass on Smith. Couldn't quite make it happen. McElrath still leading this moto, 2.5 seconds over Alex Martin. So 5 times Alex Martin has gotten to him, and 5 times McElrath's been able to extend it back out. So we continue to watch this battle with Faulkner, Smith, and Jeremy Martin. Jeremy Martin, a rough go of it in Moto 1, finished 6th.
And just like we predicted, the leaders went through right before time expired. So yes, 3 laps to go. I'm sure there's several guys out there that might be happy, but I know there's a lot of guys going, oh man, can we tone it down a little bit?
Get this
Not
thing
do that
over
extra
with.
lap.
Yeah, well, that's Shane McElrath. He's going for his first career moto win, and he's got an extra lap now, but he has to do it. Headed to the uphill triple.
Faulkner still doing it late in the moto. A lot of the guys back up front. McElrath.
All right, tell the story. You ran a team here a couple years ago, and his dad used to pump his son, but we didn't know who he was. It wasn't just you. The kid wasn't really on the radar.
Well, his dad said, hey, man, if you're looking for someone on the team, you should have a look at my kid. Oh, look at this. Webb has now caught Martin. So, but if you look at the lap times, Cooper Webb has been the only guy clicking off 157s for the past 3 laps. Everyone else, minimum 158 or 159. Most guys now in the 2-minute range.
Webb now trying an inside line on his teammate Martin. But, yeah, it's turned out that McElrath, the dad, was right. Kid has talent.
I told him you shouldn't have been so humble. Every father tells you how good their kid is. You watch him and you're like, okay, he's okay. Not what you think. But then I saw Shane ride one day and I said to Max, why'd you tell me? Right there, up the inside, Cooper Webb, wasting no time. Woo. Railing these lines. I think the local knowledge definitely helping these kids that have grown up racing here. Have you noticed how clean Webb, McElrath, the guys that have raced here as kids, they're so clean in their corners.
Amar trying to come back on Webb right now. Man, I don't know what happens to Webb from the beginning to the end of these motos.
Well, don't count him out for this overall. There's 2 left, and the way he's going,
he might try to win this thing.
What did he try to win? He did a 156, his fastest lap. Well, sorry, it mirrored his fastest lap. No one else is anywhere near that. Everyone is 2 minutes. Only Faulkner and who else? J-Mart was sub 2 minutes. So Cooper Webb running an incredible pace right now.
Yeah, and it's 4 seconds faster than what McElrath did the last time around. So what I'm saying is, the beginning of these motos, Webb is, like he's admitted, I can't get going. But in the late stages of them, he has been unbelievable. We saw him catch Alex Martin and beat him for the moto win at Glen Helen. We saw him get right back on his teammate Jeremy Martin at the opener in Hangtown when he was riding with a broken wrist at that time. Last 10 minutes, Webb has something special, and that's what McElrath is going to have to deal with now. They're nearly wheel to wheel.
Cooper Webb has got the eye of the tiger. We know this guy, the fight, the passion he has for this sport and racing. Not afraid to say what's on his mind. Not afraid to push people out of the way.
Stir it up, create some drama.
Oh, he'll get in someone's head if he can, trust me.
So this could be a huge points haul for him. Now, Webb already has the overall win for the weekend, but every position in every moto pays championship points, regardless of the overall. And Savacci's all the way back in 8th right now. This is a golden opportunity for Webb to make max points up, and he wants to get the moto win to do it. Here he comes.
And he is coming fast. He's got the inside line. He made this pass work earlier. They almost touched.
McElrath did not lift. He kept it wide open around the outside. He's doing everything he can to hold Webb off, but Webb is on a rail right now.
Webb tried to square him up. Now he's got the outside. Lap traffic. Is it going to hinder Webb? No, it doesn't. McElrath now has the inside in this final turn coming to the white flag. Webb to the outside. Didn't quite work there. White flag, 1 lap to go.
McElrath trying to win his first career moto. He's got 1 lap to do it. Tyler Keefe, the team manager, screaming at his rider from Troy Lee Designs. Wants him to get this first ever win.
Oh, you can only imagine. McElrath wants it just as bad as his team manager. And Cooper Webb, well, he said, I came here to win. So you know what's on his mind? Up the inside.
Doors open. Oh! He slams it and takes the lead from McElrath. Listen to the crowd come to life. These fans probably can't believe the 2 riders they watched growing up battling for wins at this track are doing it now at the very top level. And Webb launched. He overjumped the 120-footer.
Went 125 right there. Went old school.
Yeah. What has gotten into Webb the last 3 laps of this moto? He is absolutely on fire.
Being healthy, excited, confident. Throw that in the mix.
I'll put it determined in that pile as well.
Exactly.
We'll stir that up. I mean, McElrath has ridden a brilliant race.
Fantastically. Absolutely fantastic.
But Webb is just absolute next level here. Running that 156 lap time the last time around to catch McElrath. And now you see McElrath losing time. He did everything he could to hold him off. About a half a lap, they were going wheel to wheel. But Cooper Webb is going to go 2-1. And in overall points for the day, he's going to make up, it's like 8 points on Savacci. He was down by 20 coming in. So that's almost slicing it in half. Webb started the year with a broken wrist. Most of the pundits, including myself, said, well, that's not going to work. There's no way he could win this title.
I was with you on that one.
A broken navicular, it's a small bone, it's kind of a common motocross injury, but not an easy one to heal from. I had a cast on my wrist for 3 months one time. You had surgery on both?
Both, yeah.
Yeah, anyone who's ridden a dirt bike knows that a wrist injury is a hard one to come back from. Webb has come back from that injury while racing every week, and now that it's healed up, he's stepped it up. Cooper Webb is going to win here at Muddy Creek.
And he did it in Fantastic style. Great ride for Shane McElrath. Keep your head up high, buddy. That was fantastic. Tyler Keefe even said, you earned that. You earned that. Cooper Webb going to take a parade lap. Savachi's got to be gutted. He's had a couple of these self-destructing moments, you want to call it that?
Looking at Savachi here, I think that's actually his teammate Cincerillo, but a lap down behind him. So that's not for position. Yeah, Cincerillo's in 22nd. So here's Savachi. It's the one that got away. Great first moto, was in position for the overall Moto 2. A pair of crashes. That's par for the course in this 250 class. Been hard for anyone to lock down perfect motos week in and week out. So this fight will go on next week to Redbud. And you know Savachi's not happy about that. Gave some points away to his rival here, Cooper Webb. Interesting. I saw someone at the south of the border riding facility where Webb was riding this week. They put a Cooper Webb video up. No message. It just said Joey Savachi. They just tagged Joey Savachi like, hey, watch this. This is what you're going to have to deal with. Now, I don't think anyone at this level gets intimidated by seeing what someone does during the week. They all can go pretty fast. But Webb felt like he had something special today, and he absolutely backed that up. Let's send it to Georgia.
Yes, well, he's running up on the podium already. He's just getting ready for us right now as he goes on the podium. He's from Muddy Creek, so for him, he wants to really celebrate in front of all of his fans. I'll let him take a moment of enjoyment right now. But Cooper Webb, you were on fire those last 3 laps. A 1:56, you were 4 seconds faster than Shane McElrath. Unbelievable ride from you. What were you thinking the last few laps? Were you just had a fire in you that you just wanted to put out, I imagine?
Yeah, I'm just tired of losing. And these fans are freaking awesome. You can hear them in the background, and you know, this is like a home race. I'd rather win this race over any race there is. Woo! They're going crazy, but I couldn't do it without the Lord Jesus Christ, my mom and dad, the whole Star Racing Yamaha team. I really want to say sorry to Adam. I honestly didn't mean to flick in like that. I thought he was going to go to the berm, so I apologize, man, and hope you're all right. But I just want to thank all these fans. They're crazy, and I love it.
I'll let you celebrate. Congratulations. Cooper Webb winning the overall here at Muddy Creek.
4th career overall win for Webb. That is actually the first one of the year. He did have a moto win earlier at Glen Helen, and that's 7 career moto victories for him. His first ever overall win also happened at this track 2 years ago, so this is always a good one for him. Stirring up that brown dirt like it's beef stroganoff out here. This track has changed so much throughout the day. The results changed. The fans loved it, kept it on the edge of their seats and really on their toes the entire day.
No one had a seat. They're all standing.
Yeah,
they've been on their feet all
Let's show
day.
you how crazy this one was. It's our Lucas Oil race recap. For so much of this race, we thought it was going to be Shane McElrath winning the moto and the overall. He gets the whole shot. He's got Joey Savachi right there with him in the 37. Now Savachi won the first moto, is your points leader. He's the big hitter. McElrath did everything he could to hold him off. Watch this outside line here. Then Savachi, uncharacteristic mistake, would drop him back. So that really opens the door for McElrath now. And another crash. So your series points leader, he had to dig deep to just get 7th in this moto. Credit to him for salvaging points after those 2 errors. So McElrath has it until the last lap. Cooper Webb absolutely on fire from way back. Mows through the traffic and then finally makes this pass on McElrath. McElrath rode incredibly well, but Cooper Webb was just incredible in this one. Second time he's won the overall here at his home track at Muddy Creek, and he said right on the podium, his fans that made it happen, they cheered him all the way. McElrath finishes a close second. I don't know if he's disappointed or happy with that. So close, but still a career best finish for him. Alex Martin, 3rd in the moto. Good bounce back after 19th in Moto 1. There you see Savachi salvaging something with 7th. Let's go back to Georgia.
Yes, I mean, I must say, Shane McElrath, what an absolutely amazing race. You got the whole shot and you just led that until the last 3 laps. So unfortunate that the last minute Cooper Webb did come in, but how does it feel being here at Muddy Creek? We spoke before the race. It's a place you've won before, but does it feel good to be up here?
Yeah, I mean, for 25 minutes, I was like, dude, this doesn't feel real. This doesn't feel real. I know everybody out here probably, and it's just cool to do it here. I mean, my practice start, my mechanic said that was a hole shot, but I didn't feel very good. So cleaned it up and came out with the hole shot, and I was like, all right, let's go. And just fought with it the first few laps and felt good. Like the track was pretty brutal at the end, and it was pretty hot. So, yeah, just those last few laps, got to work on those. But, just thankful and grateful. Got to thank the Lord Jesus Christ for everything. We're all here for him, and the whole Troy Designs, GoPro, Red Bull KTM team, my mechanic Joel, Tyler Rattray, Smoke Buddy, Wrist Brace Guy, just the whole team, Wayne, Luke, everybody, thank you.
And obviously going around the track, you have so many fans here at the podium, but did you hear them while you were going around the track?
Oh, dude, I could hear them the whole time. It's like I was revving my bike pretty hard, just trying to sprint, and everywhere I could just hear everybody, woo! It was sick.
Well, congratulations. Well done. Shane McElrath with an awesome result with third overall.
All right, that's the first career overall podium for him. 6 was a career best before this. We total up all the points today. Jordan Smith just missed out on the podium with 4th, but still 2 solid motos for him. That's what that guy needed. He's been up and down over the last year and a half. See Cooper Webb, the 2-1 makes the math pretty easy, and a big overall points gap on Savacci today. That's what Webb needed to get back in this championship fight. Speaking of Savacci, he's down on the podium with Georgia.
Yes, Joey Savacci, 2nd overall. You still have that red plate in your hand, but it wasn't a great day for you. What was going on?
Yeah, first moto was good. Got off to a good start and rode my own race. Didn't make mistakes, and very frustrated right now. Disappointed in myself. We made those mistakes in that second moto, and never should have happened. But spent a lot of energy trying to keep my bike running and picking it up. So a little exhausted right now, but 2nd overall. Got the red plate again, which is always a positive, but we lost valuable points today, and it's not okay. We gotta eliminate those mistakes. So another weekend, man up above. I'm blessed to be doing what I do. Can't thank him enough. And Monster Energy, Pro-Zerk, Kawasaki, Dunlop tires, Fox, Mitch, Bones, Bell Helmet, Scott Goggles, Specialized, Jeannie and Ricky Carmichael. My trainer Clint, my family, my girlfriend. It's just and Dunlop. It's just frustrating, but we'll bounce back next weekend.
You still have a 12-point lead, but like you said, you made the mistakes. Are you going to be able to just get rid of them?
Yeah, we got to put that behind us. Focus on next weekend and have a good week at the farm. Come out swinging next weekend.
Congratulations, Joey Savacci. Thank you.
That guy always owns it. If he makes a mistake, he blames no one but himself and just says, I got to get back to work. And that strategy has worked so far. Every time he's had a bad race, he bounces back pretty strong. But there you see that 20-point gap is now down to 12 after Webb made up 8 today. But everybody else, what was once a very close fight, the Martin brothers, Osborne, not what they wanted. They've got to do some work. Let's go back to Georgia.
Yes, Alex Martin, that second moto was awesome for you. However, I know the first moto again, you had that problem, struggled to get your bike started. Leaving the race, I'm sure not happy again.
Yeah, seriously disappointed right there. First moto, I just wasn't really feeling it flat, and was in 6th, and my brother was right behind me for a long, long time, and just had a little tip over with 2 laps to go, and lost a lot of points. And on that second moto, just sitting in 2nd again, and it's getting old for sure. But I think to get that moto win, I'm going to need a little bit more fire under my butt. Just not content with getting 2nd and 3rds, and it's getting really frustrating. But I just need a little bit more to get up there and take that win. I really wanted it bad, but I just can't thank the Star Racing, Yamaha, Rockstar, Thor, Bell Helmets, Garnet, CTI Braces, Mickey Thompson Tires, Deegan 38, my mechanic Trevor, Garris Swanepoel, my practice mechanic Chad, just Todd Jackson for letting us build an awesome track on his property. We're going to keep plugging away and we'll get up there.
Well, thank you for your time, Alex.
6 moto podiums in 10 motos for Amar, but none of them are wins. That's why it's frustrated. Next week, live, a MAV TV live on NBCSN. So start at 1 p.m. Eastern and watch us from Redbud. That's an awesome race. That's our July 4th celebration. Yeah, we're going to have a huge crowd out there. GL, this 250 class, it continues to be crazy, man.
Unbelievable. Can't wait for next week.
All right. For Grant Langston and Georgia Lindsay, I'm Jason Wygant saying so long from Muddy Creek. We'll see you next week from Redbud on MAV TV and NBCSN. Join us at 1 Eastern. Congrats to your overall winner, Cooper Webb.